Hi and welcome to November's plan with me. As usual, we're going to start with the November Clarity box. So I've got a few left in stock if anybody wants to purchase this. It's our monthly stationery box and you have the option of selecting stationery only or the planner box. So with the stationery only, you get all of the gifts, just you don't get the planner inserts, and that one's £30. And then for the whole box with the planner inserts, it's £35. So this month we've got a bit of a natural theme, a bit of a cozy, warm, woody feel, and you get this lovely fluffy pair of socks, which I've been using as my bed socks and sleeping in them. They're perfect. They're not too hot, they're not too cold. You also get a wooden diffuser and our special blend of essential oils. So this is pure essential oils. It does come with a leaflet with all of the essential oils that are included, but it's kind of like orange and ginger and warming kind of autumnal feel fragrances. So that's your little kind of gift. So the socks and the essential oil. You also get 2 pens. This gorgeous gel pen, which is a 0.7 gel pen. It's a wooden case with a screw gold top, and it's also refillable, so you can unscrew it and refill with a 0.7 internal casing. So the nib is 0.7 on that one. You get TOMBOW pen 977, which is a lovely sable, is it sable or saddle brown? One of the two. These beautiful book page marks. So these are magnetic and vegan leather. As everything, we've always been a vegan company, so nothing is ever leather. You get a roll of washi tape, so a kind of autumnal check coloured tape, a set of page flags, 4 different colours, sticky translucent notes in oat, and then a set of page flag sticky notes, which are quite handy to have. Your cards, your note cards, which I'll show you because they're in my planner. A set of stickers, so you get large and small dot stickers. And on the planner version, you get this autumnal inspired dashboard, like an editorial style. You also get a clear wallet, which has just got a diagonal slit in it, so you can put quite big documents in there. So the past ones we've had are quite small. And you get an insert, which is our mindful matrix, which I'll show you because it's in my planner. So that is this month's box, and it's one of my, I mean, I say they're all my favorites, but it's one of my favorites because I love the essential oil. It's beautiful. It sits on my desk. It smells delicious. And it just gives you like a really faint scent. It's not overpowering. It doesn't fill a room. The fragrance doesn't throw massively far. So it is something that you can keep by your bed, on your desk, maybe in the car. So yeah, that's our November Clarity box. So let's have a look at see how that looks in my planner. So I've got a few of my favorite bits and pieces kept in my front pockets. My dashboard is in for autumn. I love the kind of minimal vibe it gives. It's very kind of magazine editorial style. And then I haven't caught up with my goals tracker, but that's kind of where we are. What I am doing though is keeping up with our goal challenge. So this one here, I believe, yeah. So this is week 4 of our 12-week goal challenge. I've broken down into the goals that I'm working on this week, the actions that I'm going to take to get my goals. This is one of the cards that comes with the Clarity box, as well as these little page flags. In fact, it's all using the Clarity box bits and pieces. Notes for little ideas for me to kind of keep on track with my goals this week, and just a bit of a progress tracker. So you can see so far I've been working on goal 1 and 2, so that's my pull-up challenge, to do a pull-up by the end of the year. Goal 2 is to have kind of like a more consistent yoga routine. Goal 5, I believe that is my couples challenge, to reconnect as a couple, and goal 6 is reading, which I'm just continuously doing in the background. But that's where this goal progress tracker really works, because I can already see, look, I haven't even looked at goal 3 and 4, so they need to kind of start becoming a focus for me in the next few weeks ahead. So this is week 4 of my goal tracker and my goal, what have I called this sheet? This is the quarterly goals. If you remember, there's a whole video for it, the quarterly goal planner. So I'll link it down below. You can purchase it separately, and I've made it downloadable as well. It goes through all of the ways you can kind of get to your goals in the next 12 weeks. And then it gives you 12 weekly pages. So you can do this every week. Plan what you're going to do for the rest of the week, how you're going to hit your goals, and where you are with your progress. So that's week 4. And then let me show you the other thing, which is the mindful matrix. So this comes with this month's clarity box. This is the internal insert that comes with it. Now, if you've ever heard of the Eisenhower method, it is based on that. It's just a way of breaking down your to-do list in a manner where you can prioritize and focus on what matters the most. However, the Eisenhower matrix uses the words urgent and important. And to me, those words are quite anxiety inducing. Like, if you tell me like all of this is urgent, immediately I feel, oh my God, I've got to do it right now. So I wanted to do a little take on it where it was a more mindful version of it. So although these tasks are important, it's not gonna be the end of the world if I don't get them done. So I've put up here what matters most today. So that in this corner here, this is your kind of, I mean, I'm going to say most important, but this is the things that need addressing today. I've got this little fly hanging around. Can you see him? Oops, I just squished him. And then next to this, it says steady progress. So on this side, it's kind of still important, but you don't have to do it right now. These are things that I need to be continuously working towards, but it doesn't have to be finished today. Lighten the load down in the left-hand corner. This is stuff that needs doing, but again, it's not actually important. It's just the little bits, the ticking off, and actually, can I delegate that? Can I give that to someone else? You know, I've put empty bins and walk dog. Now, my husband can empty the bins, and maybe one of the kids can walk the dog. So although I've got them on my list, it's in this corner bit here, which is maybe you can ask somebody for help. You don't have to do it all yourself. Maybe there's an easier way to do it. And then over on the right hand side, we've got let it rest. Now in this box on the Eisenhower method, that's basically, can you actually delete it? So it's not important and it's not urgent, but housework has to be done, unfortunately, so I can't delete it. But I've put it in this little let it rest box because it's not urgent to happen today. And look where I've gone to, that was yesterday when I did this, and this is today. So we're up here, gym. I've already been to the gym today, and we're doing the video for YouTube right now. Baking with the kids, I mean, that's been on and off my list all week. This week it's half term in the UK, so I really want to do something with the kids, and that's what is on my list today. And it's matters most today because I'm working tomorrow, so this is the last day I can actually do something with the kids in half term. So now that is going to be my matters most today. On the right hand side here, we've got journaling, catch up, and then clarity design. So my next clarity box, there are some designs that need doing. Again, it's no biggie if it doesn't get done today, but it does need to be on my list. And now you've got let it rest. Housework has moved to lighten the load. So maybe somebody can help me with the housework. And the dog walk is on there again. I mean, to be honest, I think I'm going to be the one ending up doing it. But did I have anything on? I didn't have anything on the let it rest, which is why I've popped in little note card, which again is a note card from this month's clarity box, and these are as well. And then I've just put perfection, let go of perfection, because the house isn't going to be perfect this week. I just don't have the time to spend on it. So this mindful matrix, this is exclusive to the clarity box this month. I will be putting it in the shop next month onwards if it's something that you're interested in. like I say, you can Google the Eisenhower matrix and it will give you a breakdown of how it works. Sorry, the door just went. So yeah, look up the Eisenhower matrix and see how you feel about it, if you think it's going to help you, and what you think about the different wording here. And I feel personally it helps me because I really don't want to see the words urgent and important all over the place, because it's just going to stress me out. So that is the mindful matrix. Let's go to November. Oh gosh, this is my November to view, and as you can see, it's pretty full. I have picked up a lot of work shifts. I'm working a lot. I'm still focusing on the gym, so all of these dots are where I'm hoping I can go in the gym, because one of my 12-week challenge goals is to get to an unassisted pull-up by the end of the year. So I really have to push those upper body workouts. I also, part of my challenge is I want to do yoga consistently. So I've got Sunday morning yoga. I found a class that I've been going to. I can do it on these Sundays, but actually I'm working this Sunday and this Sunday. So I've shifted, maybe I could do some yoga on that Saturday, and it's getting me to that goal of a consistent one class per week. What else is going on? I mean, there's so much going on that it looks really busy, doesn't it? And it feels really busy, and I don't really want to look at it for much longer. So rolling over to my week to view. So I use the dated week to view. And because my week is really busy, I'm working all day and all night. I'm doing a late shift. I'm doing a morning shift and a late shift on Monday. And then we've got a school meeting right in the middle of the day. I have not given myself anything to do on Monday the 3rd, because I'm not going to be home. There's literally no way. I could maybe look and see if there's any admin-y things I could do on a lunch break, but it's going to be really difficult. So I've not set myself the task. Tuesday, I have the day off work, even though I've got appointments and stuff going on. So I've given myself a bit more there. Wednesday, I'm working all day, 8 till 6. So again, I've not given myself anything. And Thursday, I'm only working the late shift. So a couple of to-dos in there. And that's basically how I've planned my week, because I just can't do what I would normally do. My work shifts have doubled, and I've picked up literally double the work. So everything is just going to have to step back, and I'm letting go of the need for everything to go to plan. The November little note card comes with the clarity box, and again, that's the clarity box little paper clip. I've used them everywhere, basically, just to get that kind of woody, kind of autumnal feeling in my planner this month. So again, I am dropping the mindful, no, not the mindful, the wellness planner, because I don't have the time to dedicate to it, because I'm focusing on my goals. So I have filled out the habit tracker, because I really want to get back into keeping track of my vitamins, steps. I just don't know when I'm going to fit them in, but you know, things like I've got a lunch break. I can go for a walk on a lunch break. I'm going to actually write this in here now, because I'm reducing the steps to 8k. I think it's more manageable. Gym, I'm just aiming 4 to 5 gym sessions, and not necessarily in the gym, but classes as well, for the week. And then journaling, yoga, that's going to be one every week, so you won't see that filling up, but I will, as long as I can see consistently every 7 days, there's a little notch in there. Protein, that's difficult to see on the brown, but I've added in protein there because I'm not hitting my protein target. I'm actually not eating enough. So I need to focus on that. And then reading is one of my goals for my challenge. So I'm just going to keep that ticking over in the background. So I'm using the habit tracker that comes on the back of the monthly. For 2026, I've actually changed the month to view pack. So you would still get your cover page for the month and your month to view. And now on the back page is a goals planner, because I sell the habit tracker separately as a separate pack. and I felt like it, and also I was using the wellness tracker, and there's lots of other things that have got the habit tracker in. So I've taken it from the month to view, and it's now replaced with a goals, I don't know, maybe a goals tracker. I don't know what it is. It's more like a goal planner. So let me show you, right? I don't like looking at this. It makes me feel really overwhelmed. It actually makes me feel quite sad, because when I look at my days off, I've got the 8th and 9th. I've got the 4th, the 8th and the 9th, and then the 20th and the 28th. So that's like 4 days off this month, which is tough, because also on those days off I am doing my own business as well, so they're not fully days off. So looking at this month to view does give me a little bit of anxiety. I always transfer it to the month to view pad, so this one stays so where the family can all see it. Let me get rid of my planner, so we've got a bit more room. But this goes by the kitchen cooker. I've only put on myself at the moment because I don't know what everyone else is doing. I need to look into it, but this is kind of how it was for last month. So everybody's got a different colour, and you know, depending on where everybody is on that day, they've got a little note on the monthly planner so everyone can see what we're doing. I then go another level because I am that obsessed with planning, but this then goes to a weekly plan, and this is more manageable for me. So it's got my work shifts, when my husband's in the office, the other days he's working from home, when I'm going to the gym, when the kids have got something going on, and then what is for our evening meal. And again, this stays where everyone can see it. We're going out tonight, it's Thursday, and we are going out with family, which is really lovely. We're going to go bowling, and we're going to go out for dinner. So that is this week's plan. And then I've also done rough sketch of my content plan. This would normally be a lot busier than this, and I would have something going on every day of the week, but with my work shifts, I've given myself days where I just can't create content. I can't post Instagram those days. So things are working around my current schedule. And that's why it's really important for me to plan like this ahead. I know a lot of people think that this is just crazy, this level of organisation. But when you are working shifts and they're all over the place, it's really, and you've got a family, and you know, they need cooking for, and the house needs cleaning, and the dog needs walking, like just the thought of trying to do everything is really overwhelming, and to be honest with you, it has been giving me anxiety. So this is my sanity. It makes me feel so much calmer. It makes me feel like I can get the things done that I need to do. And then that mindful matrix is helping me realise what is actually important and what can kind of be handed out to other people. So let me show you, what else have we got to show you? My journal. So we did a lovely little catch up in Journal Cafe. So this is a local cafe to us in the UK, and at the end of the month I always do like a little journal spread for the end of the month, and we do that whilst we are in Journal Cafe. So we've been working towards goals, and it's all been kind of focused on our goal challenge, and I wrote myself a little letter in here. I haven't read it since I wrote it, but in here is a little letter which we did to ourselves from our future selves. So this is me in December writing to me now, and I'm not going to read it today because I'm saving it for a day when I just can't get everything done and I'm struggling, and she's going to have some wise words of wisdom for me. And that was what we did in Journal Cafe. So that was like finishing off that kind of orange theme from last month. And going into November, this is my current spread. This is on our Patreon. So if you're interested in this one, it's only available for Patreon members. If you are interested in looking at doing a kind of cover page, oh, I haven't got my old journal, but let me go grab it. Okay, so like I say, this is the current one for Patreon members, but on YouTube I have got this one. Let's just move that one out of the way. So there's a tutorial for how you can do this journal theme on YouTube. It'll probably be the video just under this one. And then this whole spread is available on Patreon to purchase. So for £5, you can buy the whole layout with all of these bits and pieces, the week to view, the days to view. So you've got little spaces to write your thoughts. So that's all available on the template for £5 on Patreon. Again, I'll put a link below and you can see the video on YouTube as well for that one. I've just realised that I've missed loads of birthdays. Looking at last year's key dates, I haven't put any of those in my diary. I've got so many birthdays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 birthdays in November, and I've not put any of them in my current diary. So that was useful. I'm going to have to look at that. And what else? We've got, of course, my Kindle theme for the month. It always ties in, so it's got a bit of an autumnal brown vibe going on. I'm really into audiobooks at the moment. They're keeping me going on the cleaning days and the walking the dog days. So that is my Kindle cover for this month. And that, I think, I mean, could I possibly have any other organisational tools? I think that is it for today, guys. That's everything that's keeping me going this month. I'll put all of the links to the bits and pieces that I'm using. I'll pop some of the Tombow references in for you if you're interested in using similar colours. And we'll see you next month.